The first ever wave of lion poaching incidents is currently being experienced in South Africa. In recent months, more than 10 lions in captivity were poisoned, killed and mutilated. The latest incident took place on the night of 23 May 2016 on a farm with captive lion breeding facilities in the Limpopo province. The South African Predator Association, also known as SAPA, decided to visit the scene of the crime and investigate this incident firsthand. SAPA aims to establish and maintain a healthy and profitable predator breeding and hunting industry in South Africa in accordance with national and international conservation principles and legislation. The owner of the captive lion breeding facility, where the latest poaching incident took place, is also a SAPA member. The exact location of the facility and the name of the owner are withheld for security reasons. There is a definite and growing demand for lion products both in South Africa and abroad. Locally, a small but thriving market exists for lion body parts to be used as so-called muti in traditional African medicines and rituals. In addition, the demand for lion bones in the East is set to expand rather than shrink. Experience has shown that conservation efforts and applicable legislation have no impact on these markets. On the contrary, it has been well documented in the case of rhino horn that when such products are banned, prices escalate and it is made more worthwhile for poachers to take risks. According to the owner of the facility, the poachers lured a male and female lion from a larger enclosure into a smaller handling cage and closed the gate behind the animals. Here, the animals were fed poison concealed in chunks of meat. Since it took too long for them to die from the poison, the poachers shot the male lion. They dragged the dead animal out of the cage on a piece of canvas and over a nearby dirt road into some bushes, where they hacked off the lion's head and front paws. The poachers fled when the resident farm manager came to investigate the shots he had heard. Unbeknown to him, he drove past them in the dark. The lioness died slowly and painfully as a result of the poison, since the poachers had no time to return, shoot her and remove and mutilate her carcass. Until recently, lion poaching had been a rare phenomenon in South Africa. This was mainly due to the fact that the regulated hunting of lions on ranches is based on the total utilization of a hunted animal. These lion carcasses ensured a regular supply of products sold to local and oriental buyers. In December 2015, the United States Fish and Wildlife Service passed legislation restricting the importation of lion hunting trophies into the USA. Since most of the hunters of ranch lions in South Africa come from the USA, this decision has resulted in a considerable decline in the number of lions hunted in the local industry. Accordingly, this caused a decline in the supply of lion products, while the growing demand remains. This explains why South Africa is experiencing this wave of lion poaching.
As hulle ons leeubedryf gaan toehou, dat ons nie kan jag nie en ons nie ons bene en ons goed kan verkoop nie, dan is dit 'n probleem. En my vraag is daar buite vir die mense is, wat is die verskil tussen 'n krokodilboerdery en 'n leeuboerdery? Want die krokodilboer verkoop sy vel en hy verkoop sy karkas. Maak bietjie die krokodilmark toe, dan kyk ons wat gebeur. Dan gaan ons dieselfde pad loop as wat die renosters is. Ons leeu's volg dit. En ons vra regtig, laat die regering en die mense wat daarbo in posisie sit, wat 'n verskil kan maak, doen dit. Help ons, want omrede dit is nie net vir, hoe kan ek sê, vir 'n spesifieke persoon nie. Dis vir die land, dis vir ons voortbestaan van ons diere.
SAPA has decided to offer a reward for the apprehension and successful prosecution of the perpetrators.
For the South African Predator Association, the future of the African lion is so important. So SAPA is willing to put up a reward of 100,000 rand for the arrest and successful prosecution of these perpetrators.
Carla, thank you very much. We really appreciate it from SAPA. Thank you.
The owner of the farm where the latest 2 lions were killed is currently upgrading the security features of his facility by installing additional lighting and adding security beams, alarms and cameras. However, once lion breeders have improved security measures at their facilities, an even more ghastly scenario becomes likely. While it is relatively easy to protect captive-bred lions, should the efforts to ban the captive breeding and sustainable, regulated hunting of lions on ranches in South Africa continue and succeed, it is reasonable to assume that poachers will look to the precious wild lion population to source the products. The South African Predator Association is concerned that the African lion, through indiscriminate poaching, will then face the same tragic threat of extinction as the rhino.